Today we are lifting this little slab. You can see it's cracked along the back there. You can see how much it's sunk along the house edge there. So we're going to drill a couple of holes, put some foam underneath, stabilize the soil, fill any voids, and raise this concrete slab up. That's what we're doing. Where's that micrometer? What are you doing? What's going on? No, don't worry. You mess with that. Yeah. Takes you longer to set up the micrometer than to finish the job, Mr. Eric. Did you get any lift on it? Huh? There we go. Now it's moving. It's short shots, Eric. It's just filling up all the voids and moving around, and once it's filled up all the spots, then it will start lifting it. I want to let that settle up so that it blocks that path of least resistance and keep the material against the building here. See that, Gary? Yeah. Isn't that exciting? Wow. That's come up really well in that corner. See that, Gary? Yeah. That's come up almost perfectly without even foaming there. But what happens now is, even though we're localizing it here, it's lifting the whole slab that way, which is great, but now it's formed its own void there. So that's why I drilled a hole there. So we'll get in there and pump foam to make sure that that void's full there too. I hit something really hard. And I mean, even if it's got, you know, if they use recycled concrete stone, it drills through easily, but if they use virgin stone, hard quartz stone, my drill bit will still go through it. But that was probably rebar, you know, it probably was. Which is a good thing. Man, that's come up really nicely. Yeah, that's lifted up. That's almost perfect there, Eric. And you know what? Eric, this, it looks like an optical illusion from where you are because it's pulled away, but I'd give it one more shot there, and then we can move over to the other hole. It's very close, Eric, it's very close. But you see, it's unstable. See that, because it hasn't got foam here, so we want to prevent that. Because now it's basically teetering on that side. And that's how sensitive these things, look at that, I'm not even touching it. That's how sensitive those micrometers are. That's why I use those, so we can really get a good idea of what we're doing. But once that dial starts moving, without Jack walking on it, once that dial starts moving, and this one's gonna go, once it starts moving, it means that void's full, the soil's compact, and now it's starting to lift it and it'll be stable. And this is better too. Yeah. So it did teeter and come down. Remember I said the chances aren't great that it does that, but I think what we'll do, like I said, is I'll put 2 more holes here to stabilize that, because it has dropped a little bit. Obviously I don't want to get it up too high. I know there's not much of a pitch on this, but I don't want to go much higher. It's very level. It would have been nice if we had a bit of pitch on it, but I don't want to go much higher because you see, yeah, I don't want to go much more. See, here's a bit of a pitch there, but because that's broken and done that, see what I mean? But that's going level, that's got slope on it. Yeah, this has got good pitch on it. Yeah, that's got, see that? If we keep pumping here, I'm afraid we're going to go higher than where it's supposed to be, and this is going to become an issue. Yeah, we might even get foam going that way. Probably got a tiny bit of slope away from the house, but much better than it was anyway. Oh, absolutely. I should have actually measured it with a level before we started foaming, but it's definitely not going to flow towards the house. I just want to stabilize this section here. Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, it's completely level. It's because this side's higher. Yeah, you see it's done that. So even though it looks like it's a bit higher, it's level there. But I don't mind if we have a little bit of a lip here and see if we can get this a bit lower. Yeah. Well, we're getting lift over this, but it's not lifting a lot, which is good. Good. And this is closing up here as well. I think after this one, move to the next hole, Eric. You can hear the roof creaking and everything. That's good. That's good. I don't think we're going to get this crack away completely. So yeah, we've got a bit of a lift, but this crack here has caused it to lift up. That's why we got a lift there, but we don't have on the edges. So for us to try and lift that to get that level, it's not going to be of great success. I mean, we'll get it close, but I don't think we'll get it away all the way. It's the lifting, Eric, but that's a lot better than it was. We're going to just try and get some more lift out of this. Yeah. See that?
Yes, I can see it.
See there on the top?
Yes, I like that.
See that? Now you've got some slope on it.
That's what I like.
Yeah. This one's not as much as there, but it's still got a bit of a slope, so it's definitely coming away.
Yep.
All right, so this morning we got this patio filled up really nice. We did a bunch of holes around here. We stabilized and lifted this right up. We got it up about 1/2 inch on that side, about 1 inch on that side. There's still cracks which we cut for the customer. We did some crack chasing. Customer's gonna fill that up himself. We raised this piece up here supporting this patio deck, and so yeah, this came out really perfectly well. I'm happy with it. And if you need any concrete repairs in Florida, Tampa Bay area, call the number below. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you enjoyed this one, watch the next one.